My channel and start Python with Ravi Shankar. So today we are going to learn about what is virtual environment in Python. So virtual environment is a tool in Python that means it can keep a separate workspace for your particular project. For an example, suppose if you have a one project which is running on a Django application 1.9 or any library version, you can say. But in other hand, one different project is using the Django 2.2 or Django, the latest Django. So in at this time, there will have a issue that you need to resolve that. If you have globally packages available, then all the time you need to change the version of them. So instead of doing that, we have a virtual environment tool in Python where we can create the virtual environment and we can keep the separate virtual to use the project without de-upgrade or upgrade any version. Means suppose if you are working on one project and you need a Django 1.9, so then you can just install the one that 1.9 Django in one virtual environment, and while using that project you can activate the virtual environment and then you will deactivate the virtual environment. Then you can switch to the different virtual environment where it is using the Django latest. Then you can activate the different virtual environment and you can use the project. So why and when to use this? As I said that you have a multiple projects and there are the project have using the multiple versions of the libraries. Then we need to go with the separate virtual environment for that. So how we can create the virtual environment and how we can do this in Linux or Mac. I'm showing this. So suppose if you have one directory, so as of now I am at the YouTube directory. So the YouTube is present at we can check with this command pwd, which is a present working directory. So I'll just enter. So you can see users Ravi Shankar Birajdar, desktop and YouTube. So now here I want to create one virtual environment where I am going to use a Django 3.2. Okay, so for means I have a project which use Django 3.2. So I'll create a one and virtual environment for that. So how we can create it? So we know that when we install Python, so whenever we install the Python, we can see the all the dependencies of that, like a will, pip or a virtual environment will be available inside the Python. So using that we can just create the virtual environment. How we can create the virtual environment? First thing, you just need to check the Python version. So if I take a Python and I just enter, so it says that the by default Python is Python 2.7, so which is not supported and which is not recommended by Python. So we know that it is outdated now. So I'll just exit this using exit function. So I'll check Python 3. Yes, I'm using Python 3.10. Okay, so this is Python 3. I'll just exit. Okay, so I'll clear this. For clear to clear the terminal we use clear. Okay, so currently I don't have anything inside this YouTube. So if you want to check the live any directory or files inside, then we can use the ls, that is list of directories or the files it will show you. So now I want to create the virtual environment. So we have a one package that is all virtual environment. So you can take virtual env, just check the version. Okay, So using the virtual, and we just need to check the version of Python, that sorry, Python version. So it is 2.7 if you use Python. If you use a Python 3, it can give you the Python 3 version. So in this way also you can check Python version. Okay, so now I want to create the virtual environment with uh, normal Python 3. So what we can do, we can write Python 3 hyphen m, then venv, and your virtual environment name. So whatever name you mention here, suppose if I am giving env, so this will create one directory. Okay, so I let's check what it do and what is present inside the env. Now I'll use ls for this. Yes, you can see env. Let's check what is available inside the env. For changing the directory, we can say from current directory to I want to go to env. Inside the env I'll just hit. So once again I'll use ls. Yes, in this we have a bin, we have a include, we have lib, and we have this python venv configuration file. So bin is that inside the bin, let's check what is available, why we use bin. So I'm again changing my current working directory to bin. Okay, so just use ls. So here, suppose if you want to activate this virtual environment, we use activate to activate it, and once you're done with that, then we deactivate that. Okay, using the deactivate command. So you can see both pip has available and both python has available. Suppose if you want to install the library using python 2, you can just write python. If you want to run the python 3 file, you can use the python 3 command. Okay, so now let's check second directory, that is include. So if I hit ls include, so nothing is present inside that. Okay, let's come outside. Let's go to the cd lib. So this is it says that this is based on python 3 3.10. So let's go to the python 3.10 directory and just check what is present. It says that site packages. What is site packages? Let's check. Side packages means, suppose if you install any package, so those packages will come here, and you can, once you activate the virtual environment, so this will show the imported library from here. So at that time means python apache check that like you have a already that library which is you are importing, this works here. Okay, so I'll just clear the screen, and again I'll just use the ls. So we have this setup tools, pip to this info file, and other package resources and all we have. So just start with activating it, and let's try one install application to install. So I'll use a current directory space dot dot. I want to come to my working directory, that is env. I just come to my youtube library. So just clear this ls. So how we can activate? So you need to define the source, from where to where you are going to activate the virtual environment. So your source will be this source, your virtual name which is env you have given while creating it, and then you need to enter into a bin folder. Inside the bin you have one file that is activate, and if you enter, you can see the virtual environment has been activated. You can check python version here also. You can just check, this is python. It is based on python 3.10 because we created the virtual environment with this command, which is a python 3 hyphen m it was, and venv and your virtual name means it created the virtual environment with the python 3. Okay, So now I have activated the virtual environment. Let's check which packages are available. So to checking the libraries, so we can hit pip list. So what is pip? So basically pip is that means Python install packager. That means suppose if you install any package, it will navigate your package till your Python scripts. When whenever you run your script, it will check those package imported is available or not. So means whenever we install the any package, it will install inside the virtual environment site packages, and pip will tell that it will be a navigated to the script file, so it will not throw an error if you have a library available inside it. So pip list it will give what list is available inside this of using pip. So I'll just enter. Yes, now we can see that we have a pip 22 point this kind of version, and setup tools 58.1. so this is just warning, you can just update your pip version using this command pip version to 22.0.4. so if you require, and version 22 is available, so we are using 22.0, so you can just update it using the upgrade command. Here it is pip, like you can use this pip install hyphen upgrade pip 3. so as of now I don't think so like we need to upgrade it. So let's check how we can install the package. Suppose I said that I want to install pip 3 install Django. So I want the specific version. So how we use, we use double equals 3.2. it means that it will install the Django 3.2 only. Means if the 3.2 is available, then it will install it. But when you don't declare the version, it automatically takes the library which is latest till now. Okay, means the latest whatever it is 5 6 3 4, so it will take that. If you mention this, then okay, then it will install the Django 3.2. let's just hit yeah, you can see the collecting Django 3.2. you can see the SQL parse is dependency, pytz is dependency. These are the dependencies these are the dependencies for the Django, so those are also installs. Let's check whether Django is available or not inside the site packages. So for more information, so I'll just hit ls cd/env slash, we need to go inside the lib, then python 3.10 site packages, and just enter this. Again use ls. Yes, you can see Django. So whatever like available for Django, you can just check changing your directory to Django, and you can see the dependencies are also available. That is SQL parse also has been installed while installing the Django. pytz, this all has some use that they need to be with Django inside the packages. Okay, so never delete if you don't require this, and if you don't require SQL parse, you just need the Django, this will not work. Okay, so this already defined, you can't change this. So but if you are expert, then you can do anything with that. But as of now, as a fresher or a learning person, I recommend you that just keep observing what happening and what it will do. So here I'll just take cd dot from this dot to this dot. So I just want to go one back again. So now we are at YouTube. So I'll just clear the terminal. I'll just hit now pip list again. Yes, now you can see Django 3.2 version, pip version is this, pytz is this, and SQL parse which has been installed while installing Django, this is the version. This ASGI ref is 3.5.2. okay, so now how we can, suppose if you are working one project and that project is using 3.2 Django, then you will activate this env virtual environment for the particular project, then it will work with this Django 3.2. otherwise it will throw an error, which is it will say that internally compatibility issue. So we need to go then de-upgrade or upgrade the versions. So better I recommend you that if you are working on the multiple project, then it is a good practice to keep a particular environment for a particular project, like after installing the packages inside that. Okay, so now suppose if you have worked with one project using the env, that is and you worked and you done the work, you need to switch your into a different project which is using Django 4. So this virtual environment will not work, you need to update your Django, then this virtual will work here. So let's, I want to deactivate it. So we can use a deactivate command, it will deactivate. Now we are outside this env. Now you can see here env is not present. Okay, so now virtual is deactivated. So now if you want to create any other virtual environment, you can just do the same thing with python 3. If you want to create python 3 hyphen m venv, this is the command, and you can just mention the name. So now I'll take a new env, sorry, new env, just enter. It will take a few seconds to create it. Now you can see new env is available. So now you can activate it for your Django 4, and you can install, you can activate it using same command source, your virtual environment, which virtual you are going to use, then bin, then activate. Okay, now if you hit the pip list, you will see just pip and setup tools is available. Okay, so then you can just install the Django or the required library for your different project, and then you can run the project here without having any issue of the other libraries. Okay, or the version issues. So it will make a very good compatibility for your project, and also that is a good practice. Usually if you don't use any virtual environment, you if you hit the directly pip install any package, it will go to your global folder inside your system. So it will create an issue if you are running the commands globally on your terminal. So better I recommend you that just follow the few steps and be good programmer and good developer after having this practice. So if you have any doubt, you can just comment down and you can ask. Okay, so thank you so much and take care.